2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome to the Coaching Opportunity. My name is Amanda Dewey, and I am so excited to be here tonight with my fellow girl bosses, Cynthia McAllister. Let's just go with that.
Soon to be.
McAllister, Lauren Fitzgerald, and Melissa McAllister. And then our special guest tonight, one of our newest coaches, Jackie Lichtig. So I get to welcome you guys and kind of let you know what in the world you're doing here. You may be brought in by a podcast. Maybe you found one of us on YouTube. Maybe you saw us on Instagram, or maybe you don't even know how you know us, but you ended up here somehow. Okay, so you're kind of like, I don't really know what this is all about, but it sounded cool, so here we are. So what we're going to go over tonight is essentially in the next 45 minutes, you're going to learn every single thing you need to know to make an informed decision about whether or not starting your own online fitness and nutrition business is going to be the right fit for you or not. You're going to notice tonight that all 5 of us ladies come from very different places, have very different lives, different passions outside of health and fitness, but yet somehow here we are together tonight, brought together by this one passion that we have, which is empowering other women to find and be their best selves, to live positive, healthy, fulfilling lives inside their homes and then outside doing whatever else it is that they love to do. So I am, if you watch my intro video, a busy mama of 4. I worked in the fitness industry when I was introduced to this business, but I was broke as a joke. And really, I trusted Melissa, who brought all of us into this business, actually, except for Jackie. She's my baby. So Melissa is Jackie's grandma. Melissa didn't like to think of it that way, but we call her the grandma. Anywho, I digress. I was broke as a joke, and I knew what Melissa was saying was making sense, but I was so afraid because I had literally just filed bankruptcy. My home had been foreclosed on. I was a single divorced mom of 2 itty-bitty little boys at the time, and I was so scared that even this small investment was going to just be another failure in my book of failures I made when I was 20, right? But here I am today and sharing what's happened since with you guys. And because of that minimal investment, but that was super scary at the time, I've been able to turn my life around and change, like completely do a 180 and go a different direction for my family. Lauren, as you saw in her intro video, is a doctor, a medical doctor, and she left an amazing career in anesthesiology. Whoa, sounds super smart, right? She is, and she's totally a badass, but she also kind of was like dabbling in this fitness thing and had this like, almost like, like this secret life as a fitness person that like probably most doctors would be like that, right? Instead, Lauren was like, peace out, yo, I'm going to quit being a doctor and go do this fitness thing. Crazy, right? And then we've got Cynthia, who's our resident millennial, and was lucky enough to find this business early on in her life, thanks to her very soon to be, like counting down the clock, her very soon to be mother-in-law, and kind of took this wanting to be a fit girl on Instagram thoughts and actually turned it into something real. And then Melissa she had been in the fitness industry for quite a while and always just had a lot of fun, but her husband was like, they were like two ships passing in the night. Isn't that how that saying goes? And she really wanted to bring him home. And so she did it, right? And then we have Jackie, who's literally, I think, in month 4 of her business. So she has 3 full months behind her, and this is her 4th month as a coach. And we really wanted you to hear from her tonight to be like, okay, Lauren, Melissa, Cynthia, Amanda, you guys have been in this a long time. It's really easy for you to say, and it's like, oh no, we still remember. Trust me, we remember what life was like before owning our own business. But we really wanted you to be able to hear from a perspective of someone who is really, really fresh in the business and is really just where you could be just 3 months from now. So with all of that said, I want you to know I'm kind of just going to go over the 4 basic things that every successful coach does. And that means, Melissa, 9 years into this business, over $7 million earn in this business. Yes, you heard me right. I almost had to whisper it, $7 million, right? Accumulated in this business. And she still does the same 4 things that I'm going to talk to you about in a second. Then Melissa is actually going to say, well, okay, that's those 4 things. This is how that turns into an income, because you're here because of probably a job opportunity. Some of you are here because you just want to get fit, and some of you are here because you want to earn an income. And Melissa's going to cover that for you. Then she's going to actually pass it off to Jackie, and Jackie's going to give you some perspective as a newer coach in this business. Then Jackie's going to let Cynthia talk about, oh boy, the mental game of this business, because this business and having a fit life and being healthy is definitely a mental game. So Cynthia's going to take care of that for you. And then Lauren is going to say, okay, you're ready. What's next? What does it actually take to get started? And what happens after I become a coach, a challenger, etc. So she's going to cover that. So 6 minutes in, and here we go. The 4 things that a successful coach does every day. And it looks different for me, Lauren, Jackie, Cynthia, and Melissa. Jackie's still working a full-time job. She is still 40 hours a week at her job. And so she's doing these 4 things around the extra time she has around her full-time job. Lauren and Cynthia both have this booming career with podcasts and this YouTube channel, and they're doing all this really cool stuff outside of that. And neither of them have any kiddos, and they still find time to fit these 4 things every single day. Melissa's a globetrotter these days, and she is still doing these same 4 things. Me, literally, my kids are 12, 10, 5, and 18 months old, and I find time for these 4 things every day. So what are they? They're called our vital behaviors. Our vital behaviors are basically like your vital statistics to tell you if you're healthy or not, right? Your vital statistics is like your oxygen levels and your blood pressure and all that stuff, right? That tells you if you have a healthy body. Well, your vital behaviors in your business will tell you if you have a thriving business. And those start with you. The very first vital behavior that I practice every day, and I think everybody on here except for maybe Jackie, I think Jackie's an end of the dayer for this one, and that is we are a product of our product. All of us took a look at the supplement line and the workout programs that Beachbody has to offer and did 100% yes, we can stand behind every single one of these products. And we know that because we're a product of them. All of us utilize the fitness programs. So I think everybody, maybe except for Lauren, works out at home using Beachbody On Demand, and we follow a program like Tony Horton, Autumn Calabrese, Shalene Johnson, Sagi Kalev. Basically everything you've ever seen on an infomercial comes from Beachbody. And we do those workouts and work our bodies because we are a product of the product in that way. You've probably, if you've seen our infomercials, you've probably also heard of Shakeology. It's absolutely unlike any other product on the market. Lauren's our resident doctor. She could probably do like a week-long seminar, maybe even a month, on Shakeology alone, just because it's such a complex product. But it is, after being in the fitness industry, me personally, for over 10 years, there is not a single supplement like Shakeology that I would stand behind the way I stand behind Shakeology. I drink it every single day. Until recently, my kids drank it every single day. Now they drink Daily Sunshine, which is our kids' line of Shakeology. But we work out every day, and we give our body a daily dose of dense nutrients. Why? 1, because we need to be healthy if we're going to be health and fitness coaches. And 2, we want to use our own products so that we can speak to how they work for us. And then we gather the stories of others. I know how it works for me, but I also know how it works for Lauren. I also know, oh my goodness, Jackie's transformation. I don't even know. Do you know your body fat percentage, how much it's changed? It's a lot. Do you know?
I started at, well, when I really started was in January. I was probably at 22%, and I'm down to 9.9%.
Crazy. Melissa, you see that? Melissa went, what? Yeah. And she does the hydrostatic, like the legit, like get in the water and get your body fat tested stuff. So anyways, hello, we're products of the product, right? And really, it doesn't matter if you're at the very beginning of your journey, if you're in the middle, or if you're already there. Because as a coach, what you're talking about is your journey. It's unique to you. And you can't even imagine how many people out there will relate to your journey. I have had 3 C-sections and 4 children, all of whom were over 8 pounds, except for the last baby. He was almost 8 pounds. But seriously, big babies. And I'm a little person. I'm only like 5'3" maybe. You know how many women can relate to my journey? But then there's Jackie's journey. Hello, I don't know that I'm ever going to get to 9.2% body fat or whatever the heck she just said. But there are some of you out there that went, damn, I want to follow her because I want to know how she did that. So no matter where you're at in your journey, people are going to connect with that. But you have to be using our products to do so. So that's done. If worst case scenario, the only thing you ever do as a coach is work out and drink Shakeology, would your life be better? Everybody repeat after me. Hell yeah. Okay. Vital behavior number 2 is personal development. Okay. Some of you just cringed. You're like, oh my God, here we go with the hooky kooky stuff, right? No, it doesn't have to be hooky kooky. Okay. I kind of like the hooky kooky stuff, but Lauren and Melissa, you know what they love? They love the nerdy science, geek out on fat and micronutrients and ingredients and all kinds of like stuff that I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Let me just go read a book about business and leadership and how like amazing women are. That's like all I really want to read. Yeah, I don't know. And then there are those out there who are using personal development to, grow in their faith, and they're spending more time in scripture and in the Bible, or, using the Bible or the Quran or whatever it is. Personal development, all that means is that you are spending time putting fuel for your mind in, okay? We fueled your body with a workout and a nutrient-dense shake. Now we want to fuel your mind with personal development. So easy. Now it's even better, right? If the only 2 things you ever did as a coach is work out, drank a healthy shake, and did some personal development, would your life be better? Everybody repeat after me. Hell yeah. Hope your kids aren't watching. This mama 4 has a potty mouth. Anywho, so then we move on to a vital behavior number 3, and that is called recognition. Now, how many women out there feel like they're getting recognized enough for the job they do as a mother, as a friend, as a sister, as an anesthesiologist, as an animal control officer, as a fitness instructor? Actually, that's probably one of the most grateful jobs I have. People were really kind to me as a fitness instructor, except for all the people that walk out. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Okay, so I regret, right? Like, no, maybe not. You don't get enough recognition for what you do. But guess what? Coaches do. Coaches get all kinds of recognition, whether it's gifts from the company. We're constantly getting gifts from Beachbody, whether it's personal development seminars, whether it's, oh my gosh, I have so many blankets. I've noticed that every blanket in my house, like when it finally gets cold in Texas, all my kids get out their blankets. I'm like, oh, it's a Shakeology Snuggie. And it's the Beachbody like surfer blanket. I'm like, oh, we have backpacks and gifts, right? What if that's not your love language? Guess what? There are trips. There are times to connect. There, of course, if words of affirmation is your love language, man, those are going to come pouring out at you, literally. It's incredible, the recognition that we get to give and that we receive. And truly, I feel like it really it goes both ways. I'm recognizing my peers, I'm recognizing my team of coaches, and I'm also recognizing my challengers for the work that they're putting in. So all the people that I'm actually coaching through different programs, I love recognizing them and seeing them change and go through this process as well. So I recognize people every day. Well, if the worst thing that happened to you as a coach is if you did those three things, working out, drinking a healthy shake, putting some fuel into your brain, and giving some kind words and gratitude out to the world. Would your life be better? Would you be a better version of yourself? Everybody repeat after me. Oh, I heard you through the computer. You said, hell yes. Huh, look at that. The fourth vital behavior is probably the one that most of us, just going to be honest, because that's all I can be, it's probably the one that we like the least. But it's the most important. Well, I can't say it's the most important one because they're all important. But it's incredible. It is vital. Let's put it that way. And that is invite, invite, invite. If Melissa hadn't invited me, broke as a joke, fitness instructor, literally couldn't take the full-time jobs I was being offered because the cost of daycare was more than what I was going to bring home each week. Leaving grocery carts full of groceries at the grocery store because my card was declined. Literally, like, this is not the life that I thought I would have. I came from a great family. I have a college degree. Like, what happened? Had Melissa not sat across a Starbucks table with me and said, I believe in you, you can do this, would you give it a shot? And had I not gotten over that fear of, shit, this, I don't have the money in my account, I'm gonna have to sell some shit, including my plasma, to make this happen. And even then, I don't know if I can do this. I had all these fears come up. Had she not asked me, 7 years later, I wouldn't be this close to 7 figures myself. She had to invite me. It's a vital step in the process. Had I not invited Jackie, she would have been on another team. There were other people who saw potential in her, but I saw it first. And I talked to her first, and I invited her first. And now my husband and I, who we're both kind of introverts, we're like super outgoing and we have fun around people. And then we're like, oh my God, get us out of here. We got to go home and hang out with just the two of us, right? In 4 months, Jackie and her wife have become two of our best friends that we couldn't have written down on paper, people that we wanted to hang out with more. And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't invite her into my life, into my business. And so, I mean, I literally, I've got chills. I've got chills thinking about it. So it is the kind of scary one. I'm just going to be honest. It's kind of the scary one and it's kind of a little uncomfortable, but it's vital because we don't grow unless we're inviting coaches to our team or challengers to our challenge groups to be customers and to go through this process themselves. So those are the 4 vital behaviors. I think I talk the most, but I have to do the intro. So I'm going to shut up for a little bit and I'm going to let Melissa talk about how those 4 things, how does working out, personal development, recognizing other people, and inviting people to do fun, cool stuff actually earn you an income. Melissa?
Hey. You were speaking of fears, and it made me think about mine. You might be able to tell when I talk to you through your computer right now that I am an incredible introvert. I make Amanda look like a hell of an extrovert. It's gotten to the point now that I make a joke that I don't like people, which I do like people, but I am completely happy being alone in my house. So I want you to know that if you have that fear, well, what if I'm not the most outgoing person in a room? You don't have to be. And what if I don't have a big network? I want you to know before I start sharing these statistics with you about how you make money at this business that I started this with 200 friends ahead. There was no such thing as Snapchat. There was no such thing as Instagram. Hardly any network whatsoever. But the one thing I had was a big heart for just helping people feel more comfortable in their skin. And that served me well. And still to this day, it's the most important thing I do every single day, is to find new people, to invite new people, to help them be comfortable skin. So we kind of label coaches. And so there's going to be a label there, but I want you to know that each label, you may not fit in. You may go, I don't even know if I fit into any of those three. And I'm going to tell you that one of my good friends and a very successful coach, she's been what we call the top coach in Beachbody for 3 years in a row, started off as a discount coach. So even if I talk to you about the 3 different levels of being a coach and earning, that you understand that even if you start somewhere and you think this is the comfortable spot for me to start in, I'm comfortable here, cool. You might end up as the top coach in the whole company, going from one extremity to the other. These little pods, just know that you don't have to fit into that pod. But the first one that we call some coaches are just discount coaches, because I'm here to tell you, 18 years in the fitness industry, everybody knows you just got to get off your arse and you got to move and you got to eat well. There isn't a person on the planet that doesn't know that. But why do 95% of us fail? Because they don't have support and accountability. And so that's one of the best things about being a coach, is you get to give people in Canada soon, very soon, the UK, Florida, California, Washington, everywhere, anywhere. You have no demographic boundaries at all doing this, that you can help any and everybody reach their health and fitness goals by using social media, which everything is going social media. I hope Symphony talks about that a little bit. But people become a discount coach because of the community, because of the culture and the camaraderie that comes from being a coach. So you decide to be a coach because you want, number one, you get a discount. You get 25% off all the products. So you become a big fan of Shakeology. It'd be nice to get $30 off a bag, right? So people become discount coaches because they want to be a part of the community. They want to be in the challenge groups, which I'll talk about a challenge group really fast here in a second. And they want to get discounts on the products. So why not? The next level is what we call kind of a hobby coach. It's the same idea. They love the products. They want to get a discount on the products. They want to be a part of the community. They want to get the recognition for, the weight loss from, we've got a team page with, 1,600 people in it. Jackie puts on there that the body fat she's lost, she's going to have hundreds of people congratulating her. How good does that feel, right? So they love that. But they also realize that people are going to ask them, what are you doing? You look really good. And instead of referring that person to their coach for the fact that they can say, hey, I can show you exactly what I do. And they do it more as a hobby. And when people come to them, notice their results, they help them. And they still are involved in challenge groups. They might hold a challenge group here or there for their own accountability and support. Because I'm telling you, here it goes, you guys, the Dunn Show. At 43 years old, I am in the best shape of my life because of what I do. Better than I ever was in my 20s. I really should put a picture up in my 20s to show you guys a difference. And I 100% attribute it to the fact that these supplements and the programs freaking work. And number two, the community gives me that positive peer pressure to keep going at it. In fact, I'm just going to throw this in here real fast. Amanda and I are both in a test group right now with Beachbody. How fun is that? They're developing a new, that's the coolest thing. It's never been done before, this new program. And because we're coaches, we were asked to be a part of it. And her and I are just digging it. And she's in my lower right, so I'm going like this. She's down here. Her and I text all the time about it. We hold each other accountable. We're going to Cabo together next week. We're going to do the program together. So I'm getting sidetracked, but just that community will keep you in the best shape of your life. And so as a hobby coach, you have the opportunity to, hey, make a little bit of fun money, pay off some debt, get the kids school supplies through Beachbody. Then we have what's called a business building coach or an all-in coach. And that's somebody like Jackie who's like, hey, I think I want to totally rock this. And you just go all in, and you've got a coach that's going to help you develop a business. Every single one of these ladies have done it themselves, and they know the steps to get you there. It's going to take personal development. If you feel unorganized, guess what? We're going to teach you some time management. You don't feel like you've got enough confidence, we got a book or an audio for you for that. You will grow into the leader that you want to be. So don't worry about that. So how do you literally get paid? Well, there's commission. You get anywhere from 25 to 40% commission on anything that somebody buys from you from your own customized website. How cool is that? So you have a customized website that you get to put your picture up, you can put your story up, send people to. It's beautiful. It's easy to navigate. And anytime they buy something off of that, you get 25 to 40%. And I can't go into too much detail, but Beachbody also gives you customers. So when you become a coach, you'll learn about how you get free customers from Beachbody. I've gotten thousands from them. It's pretty cool. The next one is called a team cycle bonus, which won't make much sense to you right now, but I just want you to think about if you were to open a storefront, if you were to open up your own gym and you hired 10 personal trainers to come in and train clients, right? They get paid for their hard work, but you get paid because you own the store. You own your own store. So you're going to get paid on their work as well. And that's what a team cycle bonus does. And that is the majority of my paycheck now, because I have found incredible ladies like all of these that are hardworking. And I have been by their side the whole time to make sure that they're successful. So I get a cut too. Beachbody's like, thank you for creating such wonderful coaches. Here's a little piece for you too. So you get a team cycle bonus. And there's a matching bonus. This is the one I really like, because you'll see something in people like Amanda saw in Jackie, like I saw in Lauren, I saw in Cynthia, and I definitely saw in Amanda 7 years ago. We're going to use you as an example again, Amanda, if that's okay. We're going to say that Amanda makes $10,000 a week, all right? As her upline sponsored coach, who's been there to lock arms with her and make sure that she's a product of the product, she does her personal development, she invites people, and she does one other thing. What's the fourth one? What'd I forget? You're supposed to vogue recognition. You're supposed to vogue as a coach. No, yeah, recognition. Oh my gosh, she's so good at recognition. I should have my bracelet on to show you how good she is at recognition. But that I've been there every step of the way with her, there's a matching bonus. So with her making $10,000 a week, Beachbody gives me a matching bonus of 10%. Are you good at math? How much a week do I make off just Amanda doing well in this business? Yeah, it's $1,000 a week just from her. She more than pays my mortgage. Thank you, Amanda. So that's matching bonus. And then the last one we have is called a quarterly bonus, which is just a really nice quarterly gift. And it's a 0.5% that Beachbody's total earnings, qualified coaches get what's called a quarterly bonus. And it's really nice. Once you start making a significant income, you can always put it aside for taxes and never have to worry about Uncle Sam coming and saying, hey, you own your own business, I want some. And this is where you take a seat, have a seat. You're allowed to open 25 business centers. Means nothing to you right now, but you're allowed to open 25 business centers. So you can have 25 business centers that are at a rank called Superstar Diamond. Every quarter, a Superstar Diamond gets a quarterly bonus. The last one was $75,000 just for one business center. I've had two reach 15-star diamond. So if you have two 15-star diamond, that's $150,000 a quarter just in bonuses. So think big. Think, why not you? The money is going to some people. Why shouldn't it be you? And what are you doing to earn that money? You are legitimately helping people get healthy and fit. Think about that. There's no quick fix. There's no wrap. There's no pill. There's nothing pink. There's no patch. It's the truth. It's the truth. And, you know, if there was something out there that was legitimate right now that didn't require some sweat and some good nutrition, trust me, it would be impossible to get because everybody would have bought it. And the 70% of us that are overweight and obese would be using it and having success. There's nothing. You have to exercise. You have to eat well. And you need to surround yourself with people that will help you every single day remember why it's important to do so. So that's really how you earn. Now I'm going to take it over to Jackie, who I have completely girl crushed on since she became a part of this team. I just love, I mean, Amanda are like, you know, besties, and she she brings on the coolest people. And that's just another cool thing about it, because like, I can't take credit for her. You guys are going to fall in love with her, and I can't take credit for her, but in a roundabout way, I guess I can. But really excited to hear from you, Jackie. So thanks for being on.
Definitely. Thanks for having me on. I'm might be turning red a little bit on all this girl crush thing, but hey, I can get through it. In fact, I feel the same way. Like, I never in a million years would have imagined I'd be sharing a screen with these awesome women right here. So, and I can't even believe I'm here. 3 months, literally in 3 days will be my 3-month mark. So, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about me. So, I am a spouse to an awesome wife, and together we are fur baby parents to 5 dogs and 4 cats. Yeah, you heard that. 5 dogs, 4 cats. Because let's be real, we're lesbians and we're fulfilling a stereotype. Like, that's really what it is. But no, seriously, we have a passion for really helping animals, and it's such a passion of mine that I turned it into a full-time career as a marketing coordinator for the local animal shelter here in Fort Worth. And that's a really, really demanding job. In fact, last Friday, I had to be up at 2:30 a.m. to haul some dogs to Dallas so we could feature them on the morning news segment to hopefully get them adopted. So yeah, lots of stuff going on in my life. So recap, 5 dogs, 4 cats that we juggle every day. And by juggle, I mean literally we juggle because they all don't get along. We have this thing in my house called the puppy shuffle. We do it 4 times a day where we swap them all out so some can have time with us and others can have time with us, and so on and so forth. Anyway, it's crazy, crazy. And if that weren't enough, we have some seriously big passions other than helping animals and all that. Like you can see in the background here, I've got these water sport boards here. We love water sports, and that means spending a day out on the lake, on our boat, wake surfing and wakeboarding, or paddling with our Hawaiian outrigger crew. So before Amanda talked to me in April about coaching, my schedule was already pretty jam-packed. And so we get to talking, and it sounds so great, and she's very charismatic, and then I found out how much she made, and I was like, what? That's possible? Okay, all right, I'm serious. I really want to hear about this. But I already knew, like, my time was really limited. So she'd probably tell you, or she can tell you, I asked her at least 4 or 5 times, all right, how much time do you spend doing this? For real, because I want to be serious. I want to do this. How much time does it take? And she told me anywhere from 5 to 6 hours. And I knew other Beachbody coaches, so I asked all of them, and I got varying responses. And of course, that definitely correlated with how successful they were in their businesses. So 1 to 6 hours a day. And I was like, well, shit, I know I don't have 6 hours a day for sure. I'm working my full-time job, and I've got the puppy shuffle, and I want to go play on my boat. But I knew I could do maybe 1 or 2 hours a day. So I was like, all right, this is really appealing. I'm going to build this. I'm going to have to do it. Like, what can I do? How do I do it? So I signed up in May 13th. Yep. I look at my watch because it tells me the date. Signed up May 13th, and I just went for it. I sat down and I took an audit of my life, and I said, all right, where do I waste my time? I waste my time not playing on my boat because I love that. That brings value to my life. Not spending time with my animals because that also brings value to my life. Not spending time with my wife. That's not going away. And I've got to work. So where do I find the time? I found the time in my commute to work. So that daily vital behavior of doing my personal development, I get 1.5 hours a day. That's way more than you're supposed to do, but I get 1.5 hours a day because I do it when I'm to and from work. My lunch hour, what did I used to do? I'd sit here and be like, boom, mindlessly scrolling the news feed. What's going on in Snapchat? So I was like, all right, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to take 20 minutes. I'm going to eat. And then the other 40 minutes I spend connecting with people. And that's not like cold connecting. That's like saying, hey, how's life going? Blah, blah, blah. Like having them know that I'm interested in them because I truly want to help them. And then when they know I'm interested in them, then they're paying attention to what I'm doing. And that's when they're like, hey, you're getting kind of you're getting kind of beefy. Like, how are you doing that? So that's what I do. I spend 40 minutes during my lunch hour connecting with people. And then I get home every day. I spend about another hour tying up loose ends, following up with other people, possibly trying to move something forward, like building a website or just learning new ways to reach out to people, so on and so forth. And then, like, very firm at 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm done. I eat dinner with my wife. And that's where I get a little bit of relaxation time, like, because I still have to watch Game of Thrones. So I can't give that one up. So I eat dinner. We watch an episode if it's available. And then we relax a little bit. We go take all 5 dogs for a walk, and we can't do it all at once. So it's 2 rounds of walking. And then we come back home, and then it's go time for me. It's go time for me to get my workout in, and then I drink my shake after. Like, that's how I'm fitting it all in. And I'm not feeling overwhelmed. In fact, there was a point in my life, probably 3, 4, 5, not even 3 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, where I was like, dude, what am I living for? Why am I doing this? Why? Like, the shelter job, I love it. It's very rewarding, very fulfilling, but it's also really heartbreaking. So it's also tough too, because I have no control over my schedule. Dude, I had to get up at 2:30 in the morning to go do that. While I know it helps dogs, I am not a 2:30 in the morning kind of person. So I kind of don't dig that part of having that. And I really am dreaming big. I want the freedom. I want to grow up to be Amanda, to be Cynthia, to be Lauren, to be Melissa. Let's sell a million. #goals. So I'm putting in the time, making the investment, but it's not overwhelming. And the thing that I found is my cat is all over me right now. I'm so sorry. Say hi to Garfield. He's being a brat. But what I found is I've gained so much. I have a newfound passion for life. I have an awesome support system. Like, I don't get that at work. If I'm successful at work, I'm a threat to my boss. But if I'm successful here with these ladies, I'm not a threat to them. Like, clearly you heard how it helps Melissa out. It helps Amanda out if I'm doing well. So guess what? Oh my gosh, Garfield, seriously, I'm so sorry. All right, fine. He likes shoulder time, so we're just going to let him have that. So if I'm doing well, they're earning, and they're going to go out of their way to make sure I'm doing well. So this is how it's worked out for me. Within the first week of being a coach, I already earned back what I initially invested. So cool. I'm not losing anything. Great. And in the second month, I grew it a little bit. I made a little bit of a profit. In my third month, same scenario, made a little bit of a profit. But the thing is I'm building for growth, and I'm only going to grow more from here. So, and that's not just financially speaking, that's personally speaking. Like, I would never in a million years, I know you won't believe this, I'm shy. I was nervous before I got on this call. And look at me doing this right now. Like, that's the kind of growth that you could expect to have. You will get out of your comfort zone and learn that you can rock it, even when you have a cat on your shoulder. So, that being said, I'd be happy to tell you the real deal when you're having to work full time and juggle a Beachbody business. But I know Cynthia has a lot to share about some of the other fears and objections you might be feeling.
So Jackie gave me chills. I mean, I've heard her share her story before, but y'all, if you can just tell, Melissa was talking about it and Amanda was talking about it, we're a community. Like, we all really love each other, and it's because we've been able to find our tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So it's funny because in a job setting, you can't choose your coworkers, but as a coach, you get to choose your coworkers, and it's not bad. So just got to put that out there. But like Amanda told you guys, I get to crush some of your fears and objections, because now that you've heard this, the four things that we do as coaches to be successful, you've heard that it's possible to do it within your schedule that you have, just like Jackie does. And you've heard that you can actually, like, legitimately, this is real, you can make money doing it. Now the wheels are turning and you're probably starting to say, but what if, insert some kind of explanation or reason why you can't do this, right? That's okay. you're not alone. We all felt that way too just before becoming a coach. I know that we all had fears and reasons why we felt like we couldn't do this, but we all just took 5 minutes of bravery and said, why not me? And did it. And none of us have regret it. I promise you. I was a dental assistant before this, and there's not a day that goes by that I'm like, man, I wish I was cleaning teeth today. Like never. It's never happened. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that you might be kind of dealing with right now, or that you're thinking about, or wondering, how does this work if I am this or whatever. So I'm going to talk to you about being an introvert. I'm going to talk to you about selling. I'm going to talk to you about your identity. I'm going to talk to you about your time, all that kind of stuff. We're going to go over all of it. So the first thing I want to start with you is you're super excited about this, right? And you're thinking, okay, like maybe I really could do this. This might be for me. But I want to talk to my brother, mother, sister, father, husband, whoever is important to you, because you want somebody that loves you, their opinion, right? So you're going to go and talk to them about this, and you're going to be like, yo, you know what? I found these 5 crazy ladies on Instagram and they want me to run a business with them and I want to do it. What do you think? Don't be shocked if your family is like, okay, girl, did you just hear what you said? Like, slow down. I don't know that that's like even a real thing. It's okay, because what happens when we talk to our loved ones about something that we're thinking about doing or that we want to do, a lot of times they project their own fears upon you. So they might tell you, could you really do that? Would you really have the time for that? Or you're not even that fit yet. Like, how can you help other people? Whatever it is, that's fine. But before you take their advice or have them make the decision for you, I just want to ask you, are they in the position in life that you want to be in? If they're not, are we in the position in life that you want to be in? Are they leading by example in what you want to do? Just keep that in mind when you talk to them, okay? So a couple of things. Like I said, when I became a coach, in my video, I wanted to just be a fit girl on Instagram. Let's be real. I was 20 years old and that was my life goal. Super great. I know. I became a coach for that reason, but I stayed for definitely different reasons. Being the fact that I found a community that I love and that loves me back, that I'm recognized and I feel appreciated. And it's funny because I'm the only one out of Amanda, Lauren, and Melissa that didn't have any kind of fitness experience before coming into coaching. So I came in at 20 years old, not thinking that I was going to be able to lead anybody or help anybody because I didn't know how to. I was 20. It's a very selfish stage of your life where you really don't have to take care of anybody besides yourself. So I was worried that I couldn't lead, that I wasn't going to be able to be a good coach or be a good leader or help mentor other girls. Like, that just sounded crazy to me. But because of personal development and the 4 vital behaviors, I was able to grow into the leader that I needed to be for myself and also for the people that were going to need my mentorship and my help to be successful as well. So maybe I'm sitting here and you're like, okay, you're 23 years old. Honey, I'm double your age. What can you tell me that I don't know? Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't have much to tell you that you already know. But I can tell you this. You're never too young to care and you're never too old to try. Whether you feel like you are 40 years old and maybe you have a lot of kids to take care of and you're like, I don't have time to do this, your goals still matter. Maybe you're 20 years old and you're in college and you're like, my health doesn't matter right now. Beer and pizza is life, right? Whatever it may be, know that your health is important and your goals are important. Your biological clock has nothing to do with whether you can achieve your goals. You can, but it's just whether you know that you can or not. You have to give yourself the opportunity to do it, and this is an opportunity to do exactly that. So Melissa did talk about the return of investment, about if this happens, then this, if this sale is made, then this makes this, all that kind of stuff. So you're probably like, okay, do I have to sell stuff? Am I going to do one of those selling things? No, you're not. Because if you happen to look on any of our social medias, you're going to go on there and you're probably not going to see a single thing about Beachbody products, because we're not products, we're people. And we just share our fitness journey. We share what's working for us. And yes, that does involve Beachbody, but we don't sell it. We share it because we're passionate about it. And it's truly affected our lives. So if you super love Starbucks Frappuccinos, you're going to tell everybody and their dog about, you have to go get this new Starbucks Frappuccino, right? The same thing. We love these products and these programs because they've affected us. So we share it with others because when you find something good, you want everybody to feel good, right? So you will be sharing, and in turn, you don't have to work a day in your life if you're sharing and doing what you love. So if you're connecting people with products that are changing your life, you're not selling, you're sharing. Also, if you are worried about time, Jackie kind of crushed that. She's a busy dog mom, okay? She's got a lot going on. But honestly, what happens is we make a priority for what's important to us. If your future is important to you, which it is, that's why you're here. That's why something inside of you told you when you saw us reaching out, whether it was on Instagram or the podcast or on Facebook or whatever, you connected with one of us when we said, do you think that you could do more, that you could help other people? Something inside you told you yes, and that's why you're here. So please know that you are a good person and you deserve good things to happen to you. That's always my motto. But you can do this, and regardless of time, you will make it a priority to you. Like Jackie said, she maximizes the time. She doesn't have extra hours in the day, but we all have the same amount of hours in the day as Beyonce, right? Right. So you can do anything. You'll make time for what's important to you. And if that means cutting a little bit of Netflix out or cutting out a little bit of a cocktail hour every week, you can do that. And it's not like the world is going to stop because you don't have the time to. You'll make time for it, especially because we have what's called a power hour, where if you are really focused and dedicated in that 1 hour, you can get a lot done. And especially if you're already working out and you're already on social media, which you are, that's why you're here tonight. You're on social media right now. You have the time to do this. You just have to redirect your focus on social media to turn it into helping instead of scrolling. So I want you guys to know that it did take me saving money to become a coach. I was 20 years old. I wasn't a baller, but I wanted to take control of my health. I wanted to be fit. I wanted to do something different. And I did have to save up to become a coach. But I want you to know that our goals as your mentors is to make you profitable your first month. Just like Jackie said, she was able to make her investment back the first week that she was a coach. Not because it happened out of thin air, but because she worked and she made her mind up about it and she acted like it was a business from the moment she became a coach. So if you are willing to truthfully come into this with an open mind and knowing that you're a good person and you deserve good things to happen to you, you can make that work for you. Your first month, you can be profitable, but you have to be willing to do the work. We're not going to do it for you. But we always talk about how this is for you, but never by yourself. This is for yourself, but never by yourself, because you do have this community. You have everybody around you, and we help each other. Like Jackie said, like Amanda said, we recognize each other. We are here to help each other succeed because we're all working on the same common goal. So you'll be able to have access to a 30-day training the minute you become a coach. We're not just going to sign you up and tell you to figure it out. We're here to help you and guide you. We have trainings. We have a 30-day training. We have monthly team calls. The Beachbody itself has trainings. You will have no lack of resources to become a successful coach, but it's just whether you decide to use them or not. A lot of times people become coaches and expect us to do the work. And that's not the way it is. It's a business and it's your business and it's amazing, but you have to be willing to run with the opportunity. So like I said, speaking of opportunity, Lauren and I have a podcast together. It's opened a lot of doors for us. Melissa has an amazing ebooks out and Amanda has an amazing blog. Everybody has had to have a door open for more opportunities to happen for them, right? So like I was talking about, Lauren and I have this podcast, and at the end of every single episode, I always use my motto, and you've probably heard it a couple times now, is that you are a good person and you deserve good things to happen to you. You are a good person, and this is a good thing that's happening to you right now. You just need to know that you deserve it. So now that you know that you deserve this and you know you're going to be okay, I'm going to pass it off to Lauren because she's going to tell you what to expect as a coach.
What's up? Okay, so I'm the doctor of the crew, and I just wanted to read this text message that I got from one of my coaches, just so you know that this is a daily part of my life as a coach. And yes, look, like she said, I'm one of the people that I was a fitness professional before. So I already knew that it feels good to help people lose weight and feel good about themselves. But what we do is so much more than just helping people lose weight. And so one of my coaches sent me a day 1 and day 21, and she said, shift shop is the beep. I'm not going to say the bad word, but you can imagine it sounds like shift, but it's not. And I sent her an audio message, just told her that I was super proud of her. Part of recognition, like we were talking about, that's part of our daily vital behaviors. And she wrote back, and this is the part that I love. She said, thanks, girl. You have totally changed my life, working on me and loving it. I've learned so much from you and so grateful to have you as my coach. You guys, that is why this coaching opportunity is different from any other MLM. I'm telling you, this community is unlike anyone that you'll ever come across. And we're changing people's lives, not by helping them lose weight, but helping them become better people. And so at this point, some of you are already like, okay, I'm sold. Tell me where to sign up, right? And I'm watching the live feed and I'm seeing a few of your questions. And so someone said investment. So that's my part. Is to explain to you how to start this whole thing. So most people start out by buying a challenge package. Now, what a challenge package is, it's essentially two things for essentially the price of one. Because if you just bought Shakeology by itself for a 30-day supply, it's $129 plus tax and shipping. If you just bought a year subscription, I am a doctor, I promise, a year subscription to Beachbody On Demand, it's $99. So that right there, $230. But you can get those two things for $160. With a purchase of a challenge package, you can become a coach for free. But you don't have to purchase a challenge package. If you just want to sign up to become a coach, it's $39.95. Like, literally, tell me another business that you only spend $40 to start. Like, there is none. There is none. But I would say 100% of my coaches start out by buying the challenge package because it just makes sense. Because most people want to start out by working on themselves. And just like Crystal, who I posted and gave recognition to, and just like most of my coaches, they want to start working on themselves, right? And so what happens is that you go, and I'm going to tell you the two different ways that you can sign up to become a coach. They're both super easy. But once you become a coach, you get put in. So let's say that I invited you to this group. You're going to talk to me and be like, okay, Lauren, I'm ready to go. Let's get this going. And so you sign up to be a coach. And the first thing that happens is I get a notification that, hey, guess what? Congratulations, you have this coach. And I'm going to put you immediately in what's called a challenge group. Now, those of you that follow us on social media, you hear us talk about challenge groups every now and then. All a challenge group is our accountability group, because the secret sauce, why they are magical, is because if it were easy to become our best, fittest, healthiest self, we'd all be walking around that way, right? But it's not easy. We don't have a problem letting ourselves down. Every year we start the New Year's resolution, and most people, like, I don't even know the stat, but it's probably like 99% of people don't follow through with it, right? But when there's other people involved, we don't like to let those other people down. And that is why this community of what a challenge group is the magic sauce. And that's the community that helps keep you on the health and fitness bandwagon. Is everyone perfect every day? Absolutely not. But getting into a group where there's other like-minded people that are all positive, all on the same boat with the same struggles. Like, when you see that you're not the only person that comes to work and a huge box of Krispy Kreme happens to be brought to you and that's like your thing, and you take a picture and you post it in the challenge group and you're like, please talk me off the ledge. And then you see someone else post a picture, girl, you are not alone. Let's get this together. Just say no. And then all of a sudden, that moment in which you would have easily gone, no one's going to know, you're telling yourself no, because I know my girl in my challenge group, she has the same thing. She's saying no and I can say no. That's why it's magic, right? And so these challenge groups are the first place that I put my new coaches, and pretty much all of us do. You're put in a team page so that you get to see what it is that we do as coaches. It's where we share information. And the thing is that we are all part of a family. So anything that I bring to the table, I share with all of my team members, which means all of these ladies have the access to it. We all have access to Melissa. Melissa's been doing this for the longest out of all of us. So she's got the most resources, but all of us get to benefit from it too. We all support each other, and that is the community that's unlike anyone else or anything else. So, okay, so you're like, okay, I'm sold, Lauren. Just tell me how to freaking do it. Okay, so here's the deal. There's two different ways. You can talk to the person, the coach that invited you. So it might be one of the 5 of us, or it might be one of our coaches who invited you to this group. Talk to that person that invited you to the group and say, okay, I'm ready to do it. So you can either do one of two things. You can go to their website, and everyone gets your own website. That's the wonderful thing. Like, you don't have to create your own website. Literally, the moment that you become a coach, you get beachbodycoach.com/. and then whatever your username. So most people know me as Lauren Fitz. My last name is Fitzgerald, but everyone knows me as Lauren Fitz. So mine is beachbodycoach.com/Lauren Fitz, right? They go to that webpage, they click coach, and it takes them through a 3-step process. That 3-step process literally takes you less than 10 minutes. The first step, it just says, yes, I want to become a coach. I know it costs $39.95 to become a coach. Click yes, go to step 2. That fee is waived in step 3, though, if you buy the challenge package, just so you know. Step 2 is where they ask all of your personal information, name, address, credit card, blah, blah, blah. They will ask social security number because you're starting your own business. Step 3 is where you purchase the challenge package. And pretty much most people do that challenge package that I was talking about, where they get the 12 months all access pass to Beachbody On Demand. You guys, Beachbody On Demand, no kidding, like you can do it anywhere. And that's why Amanda said that I don't work out at home, because I live in Southern California and I can go work out on the beach. I can go work out on the rooftop of Equinox. I can go work out outside. It's gorgeous. So I like to take my headphones and my phone with me and take Beachbody On Demand on the road. But it has access to every single program that Beachbody's ever created. It's beautiful. When you travel, you can do it in your hotel room. Literally, we did there was 3 of us that did PIO in our hotel room in New Orleans. I was in the middle between the 2 beds, and the other 2 girls were at the end of the beds. We made it work, yo. But Beachbody On Demand plus a bag of Shakeology, and we're not, like she said, we could do a whole podcast about Shakeology, which we probably should at some point. I should probably interview Darren Olean. I'm just saying. Make that note, Cynthia. But that being said, once you get that done, then we get a notification that you're a coach. Now, another thing, you can even go easier. You can literally tell the person who invited you, okay, this is my email address, this is my phone number, and this is what flavor of Shakeology I want. Just fill it out for me and send me the email so I can fill out the billing part. Now, when it comes to Shakeology, you do need to know a couple of things. There are a few people that are like, but what if I don't like Shakeology? I was one of those. Ask Melissa. She's like, girl, trust me, you're going to love it. Trust me. I literally became a coach October of 2015 and had never tried Beachbody programs or Shakeology, but I knew what they stood for. I knew the ingredients, and I'm like, okay. That being said, vegan versus non-vegan, you got to know, because the main difference is the vegan doesn't have whey protein isolate. Whey protein isolate is lactose. And if you have sensitivity to lactose, I would suggest going vegan. All right. I have a sensitivity to lactose. It makes me, so I do vegan. There are 4 flavors. I will tell you my number 1 favorite flavor. It's a 3-way tie between chocolate, vanilla, and cafe latte. I love them all. Tropical strawberry, it's okay, but it's a tie for the 3-way. The regular flavors, all of the same, except for they also have a 5th flavor called greenberry. If you want to try a bunch of them, you can get the multi-flavor pack. So just tell your coach that you're becoming a coach and joining their team, what you want. And we literally will fill in your email, fill in the phone number, fill in your challenge package, and you get an email literally a minute later, put in your credit card information, and bam, it's done. It's so simple, okay? That's where we start. And then you start working on you, because becoming a product of the product, you literally can press play like the moment that you become a coach, because Beachbody On Demand is that easy. Okay, so I feel like I've forgotten anything. Have I forgotten anything, ladies? No?
How much does a challenge pack cost?
I think I covered that, $160, but it goes all the way up to the most expensive one is the Ultimate Reset, which I believe, is that like $235 or something like that? It's one of the most expensive ones, but most people do the challenge package that's $160. The lowest price point on challenge packages are $140, but that's just one program. So you'd be stupid to not just go ahead and buy. I did. I said it one time, guys. I just called him stupid one time. I'm not going to call him stupid more than once, but I actually called on one of the previous sneak peeks. I told them that they'd be stupid if they didn't decide to be a coach right now. And apparently not everyone appreciates Lauren Tough Love. So I'm not going to call you stupid. Okay. But that being said, that's all I got for you guys. I'm going to pass it on to Amanda to close this out.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So I said 45 minutes and I lied to you. Okay. I forgot to add in the fact that we had a 5th person this week. So I got like 30 seconds to keep it under an hour. It's not going to happen. But I want to thank you guys. First of all, if you're still here with us, you're going to be a coach. Yeah. You know it. And we couldn't be more excited to welcome you to our team. And tonight, I'm really just going to close with something that happened with me earlier today. My husband's been basically out of town for a week. That is not normally the case. I'm like, have you seen those memes where it's like, how much attention do you need? And the thing's like, all of it. Yeah, that's me with my husband. Like, I need your attention all the time. Haven't had me for like a week. I need his attention. Haven't gotten any. So I'm like, I've been in a funk. I've been working hard. It's like end of summer. The kids are kind of like, I have 4 of them, not furry. I have 2 fur and a lizard. And yeah, 2 dogs, 4 kids, a lizard, a couple hermit crabs. It's a life, and I've been a little bit of a grump. Oh yeah. And I made this like huge dietary change and a lot going on in the past couple weeks with this test group. And, it happens to the best of us, even with personal development. I'm not going to lie. You're still going to get in a funk every once in a while. And I literally, like 45 minutes before this webinar, texted them and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be on tonight. You guys can do it without me. You're going to be fine. You guys are fabulous. I'm not in the mood. And nobody said anything back because they knew I was just having a little Amanda Diva moment. It happens. Jackie knows this. She's new to my life. She already knows. Just let Amanda have her moment. Nobody said anything. Of course, I show up. And you know what? About 15, 20 minutes into this, I just sat back and like had to fight back the tears because a night with my girls is exactly what I needed to get me out of the funk. I mean, I still want to see my husband. I'm not going to lie about that. But having this community of women who make me smile, like this isn't fake smiling. Like when I'm listening to them talk, it's real smile. I've had chills multiple times. I've teared up multiple times. Like this, what you see, like this community is legit. And to have that, to have access to that friendship, that quality of positive minds who literally like go to our feeds, try and find the last time we complained about anything. Like even me saying out loud that I was in a funk today is like, that's the closest thing you're going to get to a complaint out of any of us ever. It's not, we don't. You come be a spy on any one of our team pages for a minute. You won't see it. So if you want to be surrounded by positivity, I like that. Someone had the Legally Blonde shirt on, like exercise releases endorphins and endorphins make you happy and happy people don't kill people. It's just how it works, right? Like we're just happy people. So, this is your chance to really make a change. And maybe you don't know whether you want to be a hobby, a discounter, or an all-in coach. And, the beauty is you can change your mind. You can weave in and out of all of those things. And I think all of us have at some point on our journey had to, put some other things in the front burner. But the choice is yours, really. The ball is in your court. There's nothing else anybody can tell you. Your mom, Lauren, Cynthia, Jackie, Melissa, myself, whoever invited you here, nobody can tell you anything more. You have everything you need to know. So just make that choice and just know what you're walking away from if you decide to walk away tonight. Because, what did I hear tonight? Like you can decide you don't like Chinese food, but you have to try Chinese food first. So you can decide you don't want to be a coach and you don't like Shakeology, but you know what? You have to try it first. There's no risk. You're going to get fit and eat something healthy for 30 days. So that's all we've got. Thank you again for being on with us and staying the course here with us. Thank you to my beautiful ladies. So blessed to have your friendship, feeling really, really grateful tonight. Thank you for letting me be a diva and loving me anyways. And maybe a week in Cabo won't hurt either. Just saying. So I'll see y'all later. Thanks, guys.